All right, Kobe. So, RJ and Coach kind of echoed sentiments that last year's 6-7 record is embarrassing. Do you feel the same way, and if so, why?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen this year. Not gonna happen this year. It's embarrassing for us as a team, from top to bottom. We have a roster and people we have outstanding players, so it's just us getting that team camaraderie so we can go out there and execute and play good, and everybody can just count on each other. But 6-7, that won't happen anymore.
What about these changes to the staff that Coach made? Do you think can help the team rebound from that?
Coaching always help, but at the end of the day, it's about what we do. It's about us executing what they call. It's about us being disciplined. It's about us knowing and going to communicate with them about what's there and what's not there. It's just about us being on the same page as coaches and players. Yeah, but like Coach Tim Harris, I think he's a good person. I think he's a good leader. I think he will help the team. And I know that the DC was a good DC. I don't know much about him, but I know he had some good things going on at Oklahoma.
You mentioned that Harris was here when you were here in 2022, if I'm not mistaken, right? So, did you end up interacting much during that season?
Yeah, I had a lot of encounters with Coach Harris. He's a great person. He's a great guy. Every encounter I ever had with him was great and genuine and down to earth. And I think he's going to be a great leader for us.
How do you feel about it coming from last time being in the running back room to now with you in the wide receiver room?
I talked to him. He said that he started coaching receivers. Running backs are kind of new to him, so I don't think a receiver is more about teaching them the game. It's not about kids get developed, but you develop on your own time. You put that work in on your own time to be better than the next guy. When it's time to come in season, you learn the plays, you learn about coverage, you learn this DB, it's just more things that go into it. So I think he'll be a great mentor and a great leader for us as a receiver coach.
What do you think about as far as the play calling? Because you have Gus, you have Darren, you have now Tim Harris coming in, kind of these different cooks in the kitchen. What do you think that each of them kind of brings to the play calling?
I just know Coach Gus is going to bring his hard-nosed football, him and Coach Hand, the hard-nosed run game, and Coach Harris and Coach Henshaw going to mix the air attack in. So I think it'll be pretty balanced offense just like it was last year, and I think it'll be ongoing.
What would you say was the biggest difference between John Rice Plumlee with John Rice Plumlee as a quarterback between 2022 and 2023, and how much would you say that Darren Henshaw might have helped? How did you when you notice that?
I know that John Rice he was a more confident passer than next year. He was a more confident passer. He stayed in the pocket and made some tough throws, some NFL throws. If you look at any of the throws, a lot of his throws he made NFL throws with guys right in his face, with no margin for error. So I just seen John Rice change drastically as a passer. He's a great leader. He's a great runner. And I just seen him come along as a passer, and I feel like he'll always get better and better in his career.
So what do you think that KJ Jefferson could expect coming into it when working with Darren Henshaw?
I expect KJ to be improved a lot. Coach Henshaw is a quarterback guru, and I know he will help. KJ a lot. So with feet work and just angle of everything, he knows all the angles. He knows we had a double pass. He even helped. The first time I threw it, I messed up. The second time he told me something, throw it do this differently, and I threw a better ball. So I know he will show improvement really quickly.
It's funny you mentioned the NFL. You have the NFL kind of descending on the UCF campus with the Pro Bowl games coming here to Orlando. How does it feel to kind of have these NFL stars kind of right in your backyard?
I mean, it's a motivation, everything. I got a lot of NFL homeboys, a lot of NFL teammates, so it's just motivation. When they come here, I want to get around, I want to go see. It's just going to motivate me to go harder, because one day that's where I want to be at in the future.
What do you think that this team is going to be capable of going in next year? You mentioned you kind of mentioned championship, but why do you think this team can contend for the championship next year?
Because of the leaders this year. The leaders this year, I've been through a lot, RJ been through a lot, Ricky been through a lot. We're three of the main leaders on the team, and I feel like if we put the team on our back and just be vocal and everything, if anything goes wrong, we gotta solve it right then. So I just feel like the leadership role will change this year, and I just feel like everybody will be held accountable. Anything they do, everybody will hold everybody accountable, from the young guys to the older guys. We're all gonna hold each other accountable, and we're gonna make sure we win. And we're gonna start out here right now. It don't start during the season; it starts right now. So So we got to hold each other accountable, and all the little details we got to focus in on this year.
Would you say that that was kind of a contribution to your decision to come back to be able to be those leaders for this team?
Yeah, it was definitely in my thought that I knew I was gonna be a leader coming back, and I knew I was gonna be one of the guys that the team needed. So I want to come back. I didn't want to leave my team out there like that. Because I felt like I left a lot out there for my team last year. I feel like I could have made more plays to help us win. So I don't want to leave with that taste in my mouth. I want to leave like maxed out potential.
You mentioned that you and Javon have known each other for a very long time. What does it feel like for you to now go into next season without him here?
It's just motivation, you know. Javon always motivated me. He always been that guy that I look at like, dang, how he do that? How he do this? You feel me? He always been a motivator to me, so it's never motivation for him. That's my brother. I love my brother to death, and I know he gonna do what he do when he get his chance. So just be looking forward to seeing him.
What about Night Nation and UCF? It contributed to their decision to come back.
I mean, I love UCF. They love me, and I'm a big deal here. So it's cool to transfer and go somewhere else and get out a lot of NIL money, but it's people that are there and already established themselves. So you won't be a bigger. I know I'm a huge deal here. So I know if I came back, a lot of people, I have a lot of attention here, and I don't want to go anywhere else and be up on anybody's spotlight. I want to be a leader of the team because I feel like I can lead the team and be that guy that steps up every time a play is needed.
Awesome. Well, best of luck with that next year, Coach.